This story happened almost 10 years ago. I used to live in a bustling city, but the summer heat was unbearable. I longed for the coolness of the countryside, to walk through the woods and see the green trees. I had a little blue car and a map, so one night, I drove out into the country. I was happy in my car. That summer was wonderful. The countryside was beautiful in the early morning, with the sun shining and the sky a perfect blue. I could hear birds singing in the trees. But then, suddenly my car stopped. What's wrong? I thought. Oh no, I'm out of gas. Now I'll have to walk and find a town to get some more. But where am I? I looked at the map, but I wasn't near any town. I was lost in the middle of the countryside. Then, I saw a girl walking down the road with flowers in her hand. She wore a long dress, and her hair was long and golden, shining in the sun. She was very pretty. I wanted to talk to her, so I got out of the car. "Hello," I said. "I'm lost. Can you tell me where I am?" She looked a bit scared, so I spoke gently. "I'm out of gas," I explained. "Do you know where I can find some?" Her green eyes met mine, and she smiled. "She's so beautiful," I thought. "I'm not sure," she said. "But come with me to the village. Maybe someone there can help you." I followed her down the road. We walked a long way, and I noticed that the village wasn't on my map. Maybe it's just a very small village, I thought. The village was old and charming, with small black and white houses. There were many animals around. The girl stopped at a little house and smiled at me. "Please come in," she said. The inside of the house was clean but very old-fashioned. There was a fire burning, and food was cooking over it. I suddenly felt very hungry. How strange, I thought. They're cooking over a wood fire. Maybe they don't have much money. I met her parents, and they were very nice, though their clothes were unusual. "Please sit down," the old man said. "Are you thirsty after your walk?" He handed me a drink, and I thanked him. But the drink was strange too, dark brown and very strong. I didn't understand, but I felt happy there. I asked about getting some gas, but the old man seemed confused. "Gas?" he asked. "What's that?" This is odd, I thought. Then I asked, "Do you walk everywhere?" The old man smiled. "Oh no, we use horses," he said. "Horses?" I thought. That's so slow. Why don't they have cars? But I didn't say anything. I just felt happy to be there. I spent the whole day with them and even had dinner with them that evening. After dinner, the girl, whose name was Emily, and I went out into the garden. "This is nice," she said. "We love having visitors. We don't see many people here." We talked and laughed, but after a while, her mood changed. She began to speak softly, and her face looked sad. "Why are you sad?" I asked. "I can't tell you," she replied. "You're just a visitor here. We have to say goodbye tonight. You must leave now." I didn't understand. I loved her, I knew that much, and I wanted to help her. Why did I have to go? But Emily repeated, with sadness in her voice, "You have to leave. It's dangerous for you to stay." So I said, "I'll go to the next town to get some gas, and then I'll come back." She didn't say anything. "I love you, Emily," I told her. and I will come back for you. Nothing will stop me." She said goodbye at the door, looking so sad. I didn't want to leave, but I did. It was midnight, and the night was very dark. I walked and walked until I finally saw the lights of a town. I found a gas station and asked the man there about the village. He gave me a strange look. "What village?" he asked. I described the old houses and the people in old-fashioned clothes. The man frowned, thinking, and then said, "There was a village there, but it's not there anymore. There are some strange stories about it." "What stories?" I asked. He hesitated but finally said, "There was a big fire in the village long ago. Everyone died. There aren't any people or houses there now." "How did it happen?" I asked. "And why?" "During the war, many years ago," he said, "soldiers destroyed the village because the people helped the wrong side." I was speechless. But that war happened over 300 years ago, I thought. Then I remembered the strange clothes, the long hair, the old-fashioned food, the wood fire, and the horses. "I don't understand," I said. "I saw the village and the people. I talked to them." The man looked at me seriously and said, "There's an old story about that village. Once every 10 years, it reappears for just one day. Then it vanishes again until the next 10 years. On that day, you can find it, but you must leave before morning, or you'll never leave." Could this be true? I wondered. Maybe it was. Emily had said, "You must go." She loved me, but she was afraid for me. I understand now, I thought. I returned to where the village had been, but it was gone. I searched and searched, but all I found were trees and flowers. I heard only birds and the wind. I felt very sad and sat on the ground crying. I will never forget that day. I remember Emily, and I will always love her. Now, I just have to wait 2 more months. The village will reappear, and this time, I will find her again, my love with the long golden hair. And this time, I won't leave before morning. I will stay with her forever.